Hi, welcome back. It's Miss Consistency. I kind of have to hype myself up because I'm nervous and I don't know why, but I am. So here we are, and I am about to speak about 15 things that you ought to leave behind in that past closed chapter in your life, okay? Because in life we're only moving forward, not backwards. So let's start with number one. Stop complaining so much and start appreciating things, okay? You could be complaining about a traffic jam, but guess what? You got a car. How many people don't have a car? How many people cannot even get a car? You're walking. I know what it's like. I've been walking a lot. I've probably walked more than I ever have in the past few weeks. And yes, I have been envying people who are driving cars, who don't have to walk in the cold, who don't have to carry heavy things for God knows how long, how many miles, but at least I have two working legs. Stop complaining so much and start appreciating things. All right. Number two, comparing yourself to other people you think have it better than you do. No. Everything you see online is a narrative drawn out by the person who created the content that you see online, okay? You might think other people have it better. You might think other people have such an amazing life. But what's the point in comparing? You have your life, they have their life. It doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. Number three, not taking advantage of your options. You have to take advantage of everything that you can. Alright, I think that now I'm about to start dragging some of y'all, but some of y'all need to hear the following few, okay? Number four, let's leave low self-esteem behind, please. It is not attractive at all, okay? And you are being a easy victim when you got low self-esteem. You are. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are. That's how people end up in abusive relationships, because you have no self-esteem and the person abusing you sees it, and so they will take advantage of you. Because what are you gonna do? You don't think you're worth anything, so what are you gonna do? Nothing. Because at least they give you attention. No. Let's leave low self-esteem behind. Do it for yourself, because in this life you have nobody but yourself. Okay? So love yourself a little bit more and stop jumping into relationships when you don't love yourself. Because how does that work? It doesn't. Number five, settling for less than. And this goes hand in hand with having low self-esteem, because if you don't think of yourself as the queen or the king or the whatever that you are, you're gonna settle for less than, because at least they do this, at least they do that. No. If it's not up to your standards, don't settle. There are enough people in this world to give you exactly what you want. Number six, thinking that you need a support system. I've never really had one, and I never thought I needed one, because why? What can someone else tell me that I cannot tell myself? I'll wait. You know, I was asked the other day who I tell my problems to. Nobody. Because why? What's the point? What are they gonna do for me? Everything they will tell me is everything that I already know. So stop thinking that you need a support system. You need to work on yourself and become strong enough to not think that you need a support system. You got you. You got you. You got yourself. You don't need anyone to help you believe. You should be able to do that yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you all these few points that I already mentioned. You shouldn't need anyone to tell you these things. So let's improve ourselves from this point on, please, okay? Number 7. Number 7 is wanting validation versus thinking that you need it. It's fine to want validation. It's fine to want to hear certain things. It's fine to want to hear compliments, yada yada yada, but it's not okay to think that you need it, because you don't. You should be able to validate yourself, okay? You shouldn't need anyone to tell you, oh, you look good, or give you any types of compliments, all right? And if you do get compliments, why is that so needed for you to feel better about yourself? Questionable. Just stop it. Just stop it, okay? Number 8. Romanticizing negative thoughts. Now, what do I mean by that? So, one thing that I always think of is there was this couple, and they would always, you know how people start taking mannerisms of each other? So they would always say, I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole. And it's like, why would you say something like that? Or, oh, I'm a bad person. What is wrong with you? Why are you saying that? You know that if you keep repeating something often enough, you gonna believe it. And you know it's not true. So why are you saying it? Do you believe it's true? Is that why you're saying it? Let's stop romanticizing negative thoughts and negative phrases. I'm such a bad person. If you think being fat is a bad thing, I'm so fat. Why? What is the purpose? Seriously, what is the purpose though? Like, do you want pity? Do you want people to validate you by saying, oh no, blah blah? No. You should not need all that. And I am serious, obviously. Even though I might be smiling, I'm serious. Because I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of all of this. At some point, I believe that at some point in life, you need to get over all of this. You really do. And I've had enough. I really have. Is it obvious? Number 9, stop trying to fix/help people. In the sense that you can't fix what doesn't want to be fixed. And you cannot help someone who does not want help. Like, at what point in life are you going to realize that? Because you should have realized it by now, okay? Stop trying. Just stop it. Just stop it, okay? My thing is, I don't waste my time talking to people. And I hate repeating myself. So what we're not gonna do is repeatedly try to get somebody to get help when they obviously don't want it themselves. Because what's the point? You're wasting your own time. And they're not gonna improve because they don't want to. Everything is in your own mind. If you want to change, you can. You can't change another person. I would say you can't change a man. We already know that if he wants to change, he will. If she wants to change, she will. If they want to change, they will. It's not up to you. It's not an external influence type of thing. It's an internal thing. It needs to come from within. So stop wasting your time and move along. Focus on yourself, as you should be. Number 10. Forgetting that you're only getting older, not younger, okay? You see that bar down here? You see the bar? You can go forward, backward. You can choose to speed up the video. You can pause. You can't do that in real life, okay? Time, as we know, is linear, all right? It's linear. It's not a tesseract that we're living in. We can't jump up or down and go back in time or redo. No. And undo. No, we can't, right? We cannot. So why are you living your life acting like you can? AKA living in the past. or not growing. You're getting older, not younger. You should be improving yourself as you get older, which means every moment in your life, every moment should be a lesson. All those things you go through, all those things you went through should have been a lesson for you to get better from. You should be improving. Always. We people are eternal learners. We will always be learning in life. Always. Or we should be. If you're not, what are you doing? You're forgetting that you're getting older, not younger. Of course, it's never too late, as they say. But you should also consider constantly moving forward, constantly making moves, constantly learning. Number 11, keeping dead weight in your life. Now, what do I mean by that? Dead weight is people that you don't need in your life. Some people spoil the quality of your life. And you are allowing them by keeping them in your life. It's a two-way street. You know, they might be spoiling your fun, they might be spoiling your self-esteem. However, you are allowing them to do that. You are allowing yourself to be affected by it. And if you can't not be affected by it, why don't you cut them off? And this ties into number 12. Thinking that society's law is yours. Thinking that society's law is your law. Why? Just because society says that, oh, but it's family, it's your blood is thicker than water, it doesn't mean anything. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it doesn't mean anything to you. And that's fine, isn't it? Why is it not fine? Just because the majority of society, as you know it, thinks that way? Explain it to me. Just explain it to me, because it makes no sense. If your close family members or your friend, which you should be able to understand when somebody is a friend and when somebody is not a friend, stop keeping bad friends, stop keeping bad company, is really what I'm saying. What is the point of keeping them in your life when they're just awful, or they envy everything you do or have? Do you think that's a friend? Do you think that's someone you should have in your life? Do you think that's somebody that will improve your life in any way? If no, why are you keeping them around? It's literally excuses to keep them around. So just cut them off. Cut them off. I don't care who they are. Close family, family friends, childhood friends. It all means nothing if it means nothing to you. And it shouldn't mean as much as it does to society. It really shouldn't. You should be living for yourself. And at some point in life, you should be realizing that. Because once again, you're only getting older, not younger. So why are you wasting your life away? I don't know. Somebody explain it to me, because I don't know. Anyway, number 13. Walking around hopelessly. Walking around hopeless when somebody has a solution. Now, this goes back to just the other day. See, I have a lot of conversations with people because people always ask me for advice, and I always have advice because I see things very simply. I don't overcomplicate things. Things are not complicated. Everything is not complicated. You make it complicated. So I was having a conversation, and this mother didn't really know how to handle her child. Now, why would you live not knowing how to handle your child when everyone on this earth has been a child at some point? So plenty of people on this earth have dealt with children identical to yours, there will be people with answers. And so that's what I told them. If you don't have the answers, somebody else will. It's that simple. Just reach out to someone who has the solution. That's all you need to do. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired. You have a phone in your hand all day. You have unlimited data in some cases, right? Google. Everybody knows of Google. Google stuff. Google stuff. Look for resources. And this goes back to one of my points where I said, take advantage of your options. You have options. Why are you not utilizing them? And why are you asking me all the questions? I'm tired. I'm tired, okay? And I need people around me at least to get their stuff together, okay? And just utilize the things that are at their fingertips, okay? AKA Google. It's that simple. It's that simple. I know we were around when technology just came about. We have no excuse. We really do not have any excuse. Number 14, begging for anything. Let's leave that behind, okay? And what I mean, let me give an example. You're talking to somebody, right? Because everything is always about relationships. People can't live their life without being in a relationship. So you're talking to someone. They're not giving you what you want. What you want is the bare minimum. Like, you're not asking for a lot at all. Why are you making such a fuss of that thing or those things that one person is not giving to you when the next one would love to give it to you? Make it make sense, because it doesn't. It really doesn't. So stop begging people for things that the next one will give you without you even needing to ask for it, okay? What one won't give you, the next one will. It's that simple. It's really not that complicated. It's really not that complicated. You're just making it complicated. And number 15, this is something that I love telling people, because listen, all of these things, all of these points that I've mentioned is truly how I feel. And all of these points are things that I just jotted them down because they are all truly how I feel. So number 15, stop thinking that you are responsible for anybody but yourself and whoever you put into this world. And same with feelings. You are not responsible for the next person's feelings. I don't know why you think you are, but you're not. You're complicating things again when you shouldn't. You don't have to do that. You're only responsible for yourself. So stop with the guilt. It's irrelevant. It's truly irrelevant. And obviously, context, right? Obviously, context. But the things that I'm talking about are things like, oh, you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings. Isn't that life? We are not children anymore. We are not teenagers anymore. So why are you guys worried about teenage things, as I tend to call them? Hurting someone's feelings is not the worst thing in the world. Hurting someone's feelings is just showing them what the real world is like, okay? Welcome to the real world. Let's get into it. Let's learn as we go. And let's keep improving, okay? Happy New Year.